Okay, welcome everyone to this third and final panel. I was supposed to ask the speakers to the front, but they have already gathered around me, so I think that's all sorted. My name is Lieneke Timpers, and I'm here on behalf of Dr. Matthijs den Dulk, who is the academic director of NOSTER, the Dutch Graduate School of Religion. And I will be moderating this session with my colleagues Ivana Nobel from Charles University in Prague, Daniel Cheval from Bar-Ilan University, and Valsa Kuntama from the École Pratique des Hautes Études. So I will start with NOSTER. Yeah, thank you. And I thought it would be helpful to explain a little bit more about the structure of a Dutch national research school, because we've heard quite a lot from different doctoral schools that are only per institution. And I think the model that the national research schools can use in the Netherlands could form a bit of an inspiration or some ideas for also collaboration at the international level. Essentially, the research schools in the Netherlands they're not institutional graduate schools. We have 18 research schools in the humanities, so for linguistics, for cultural analysis, for politics. And if you register as a student at one of these schools, you can take part for free in courses at all the other research schools. So this is really intended to help create a more interdisciplinary offer. And as my colleague from Nice has already mentioned, in the Netherlands we really work for research master students and PhD students. So NOSTER has 12 members. These are essentially all of the institutes in the Netherlands that offer programs in theology and religious studies, as well as the Evangelical Theological Faculty in Leuven. This is not the KU Leuven, but another university near Leuven. And the top 5 highlighted members are members that offer research master programs, specifically for theology and religious studies. So it's a complicated organization, but we have 2 advisory bodies who advise us on our curriculum, on the trends in the field, and on the needs for PhD scholars. And then the NOSTER office executes this advice and the curriculum. So we have an actual team of 4 members that is professionally hired to put together the curriculum and to run the events. And this gives us a lot of time and a lot of room to develop the kind of curriculum that the students need. So at the moment we have more than 200 junior members. This includes external PhDs as well as institutional, fully funded PhDs. And we have nearly 300 senior researchers who are also official members of our research school. So what we are supposed to do is to create the curriculum, but also to be a national point of contact for our field, for theology and religious studies. This is something we're working on, but it's the intention that in the Netherlands, NOSTER can become one of the points for advice and for insight on our field. We also promote national mobility of our junior members and collaboration for senior researchers within the field to push it forward. For example, on questions of funding, national and international, how to approach that. So the curriculum that we have, we offer a diversity of courses. We have seminars, we have master classes, we have in-person courses online, interdisciplinary, but also sometimes very specific courses. All of these are run via a specific online learning platform. We use Moodle for this. Might be familiar for some of you. Since a few years, our aim is that all of our courses can be offered hybrid. So simultaneous online and offline. This is a huge challenge because we run events at different universities and every time we have to figure out exactly how it works. But the combination really allows for a lot more participation than would otherwise be the case. Plus, all of our courses are in English. We have a lot of international students, but everything is already in English, and I think that this is already has some potential for international collaboration. Important perhaps is also that all the members, the institutional members, they deliver the lecturers, and they receive a teaching exemption for teaching the NOSTER courses. So they are not paid, but if they teach a NOSTER course, it means they have fewer teaching responsibilities at their institution. This is a very good in-kind way to ask lecturers to give of their time and not have everything be voluntary. The decisions of NOSTER are not made by the NOSTER office, but they are made by a school board that consists of the deans of all of the faculties of our institutional members. A quick glance at some of the things we offer. The research seminars, I think a lot of you offer these kind of things as well. On a variety of disciplines, as you can see, we have empirical research, we have dogmatics, topics on like climate change or gender. We also have what we call in-depth or skills courses, where we focus on key classical texts in the field that you read cover to cover together with an expert in that field or in that text. We have language courses, and recently we're focusing more on creating methodology courses, and this is in response to one of the challenges that we see in the Netherlands, which is that students in theology and religious studies want to conduct more empirical research, but are not equipped to do so. And we try to find those gaps in their training that their own institutions either cannot or do not offer. An example of that was a course on how to conduct research on social media, specifically for religious studies. How do you get the data? How do you analyze the data? How do you analyze the relationships between the themes and patterns that you see from a religious perspective? This was a hugely successful course, very popular. They really focused on like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and we're currently developing a course on Atlas TI as well for qualitative research. And we have some collaborative courses, but these are all national collaborations. So with academic conferences, with the Philosophy Research School, we also collaborated with NICES last year for a central event, and methodology courses as well, so that we don't have to develop everything ourselves. This is one of the things that we're moving forward on. There was somebody asking about career perspectives as well after a PhD. 80% of students doing a PhD in theology or religious studies do not continue in academia. We try, at least in the Netherlands, we try to meet this need as well by exploring and presenting alternative careers that also incorporate research. So for example, in publishing, the museum and archive world, or doing social and political research for the government. Finally, we have a graduate spring conference. I think this happens a lot as well, but this is fully free for all of the members, where they can train academic conference skills. So presenting, workshops, moderating, peer review and feedback, and it's also fully done in English. So to conclude, the challenges and opportunities that we see from NOSTER, we would like to explore more international collaboration. We have a very solid basis in the Netherlands, but we're looking for more opportunities to collaborate internationally. As I mentioned, we see a very distinct rise in empirical research in the field with not that much training accompanying it yet, so that's a very big need. And we're looking forward to see what the collaboration with other research schools could bring about. Thank you very much. Yeah, so I would now like to ask Professor Dr. Ivana Nobel to present on the doctoral study program in practical theology, ecumenical theology, and theological ethics at Charles University in Prague.